ready.
Dane?
Yep.
Wom?
Still looking at pictures of Dobson flies.
Okay, sounds like we're good to go. Last session, Frankie was out doing a bunch of weird stuff. While the rest of you crew looked into the crystal and saw that Gratz was in the library. And somehow your great idea was to go find him. You did. Luckily for you all, he was a time ghost, conjured up by the echoes of this Library of Graven Hollow. So, while you did give him some information on his future, you were able to convince him to give you a piece of his horn, which might have some use in the future.
Who's carrying it? Keely?
You are.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought. I was not sure if anybody... Yes, it's in a bag. Little caltrop bag with strings on it.
You have decided to not touch it directly.
He poked it.
And it felt good.
Felt great.
It felt great in a way that was sucks and bad.
I don't understand.
What if everything felt awesome and it was terrible?
That sounds pretty rad. Am I a cultist for Gratz? Oh,
Yeah,
no.
Daniel, you constantly fawn over him. It's upsetting.
I just think he's the best and the sexiest, okay?
I can't wait till he blows up.
He'll never blow up. He'll just blow.
He'll never blow up on Instagram.
And act like I don't know nobody.
Instagram is Gratz.
Daniel, what are we doing?
That's a great question. What are you doing?
We were heading to the librarians, probably. Ideally, wherever Frankie is, he'll just show up. I don't know if the library can will that, but
It's easy enough.
this feels important enough that we should have him. We kind of ran to Gratz without him, and we ended up not suffering because of it. But I did feel like he would have been the preferable person to talk to and negotiate with.
What do you mean?
Lord.
My +1 charisma got us through.
With
You're
advantage.
So
fine.
you did have the enhanced Eagle Splendor.
God.
I don't understand.
Okay, well, as you're all walking around, hoping to find a librarian of some kind, we'll say, yeah, you do run across Frankie. Which seems crazy when you think about it, because the library is so vast. But somehow you just walk into him.
Oh.
And we just had our interaction with Gratz, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would say probably
okay.
like
5 to 10
minutes.
Yeah. Can't be too long. This library connects everything as quickly, well, not as quickly as possible, but relatively shortly as possible.
As we walk, you see Rogi kind of very deep in thought then, as we find Frankie.
Yeah, there's a moment where like Roki passes Frankie.
Yeah. I think we just quickly explain everything that happened. We found a past image of Gratz, communicated with it. He told us a few things that might be helpful and told us that a piece of a demon lord might be useful to some degree, and then gave us a section of his horn. By the way, we're not going to show you it in case it makes us mad. You will be the person who is our control.
Okay, and who is Grad?
Demon Lord of Desire, very nasty man, constantly trying to woo people over by promising just the sex acts that go beyond debauchery, honestly.
Sounds like my wife. Sorry, what?
What?
Frankie married to Gratz?
Frankie married to a freak at the very least.
Frankie, are you okay?
No,
Blink-
I've been searching
blink.
this library for what feels like months. And I don't know everything.
Everything is here, it's just not worth it. We're going to see the librarians and see if they can tell us anything, and also inform them that a demon lord was here, because that seems important. If you would like to come along, you feel free. If not, that's also
Was
fine.
here a year
Few
ago.
seconds from burning this place to the ground, but yeah, I'll come.
It's mostly stone. I don't think that would really work.
Are you telling me, in this world, I can't burn stone? Have you seen half the things we can do with our hands?
It would take
Whether
a lot
or not
of time.
you can burn the stone is up to you.
It would take a lot of time, is what I'm saying. It's not as easy as a regular library filled with paper books.
I can try.
Sure enough. In any case, if
Oh,
you...
but wizard can't burn stone. What kind of wizard is that?
It's not the point. In any case, again, I offer the extension for you to join us and get context for what we're about to do. But then again,
Yes,
this
I
lib...
need to clear my head.
Perfect. Let's start walking. Hopefully,
You
they're
guys,
thinking hard
you
enough.
guys end your conversation and kind of start walking, and you realize Roki's gone.
God damn it!
Rogue! Okay, he has the crystal. That's very important.
Roki, you are.
I
deep
want
in
to
thought.
find Rogi and start walking.
Get to that.
I usually keep a pretty good eye on my fellow Dwyer guard. Did he just
My fellow.
mysteriously vanish?
I guess you probably just weren't paying attention, and he was just walking off.
Damn.
Rogi,
What
you're
the
deep
fuck?
in thought, and you're just wandering the halls, going in the same direction as you thought your friends were. They were probably just right behind you, but before long you realized you're somewhere else in the library entirely, alone.
Oh, shit.
You see,
Enamored by the fact that he can read. There's still, like, stone tablets everywhere around me,
oh,
right?
absolutely.
Pick up a stone tablet off the shelf. Read
Yeah,
it.
this one's vaguely about a story of a stone giant looking for answers.
Oh, this is so cool.
And as if the library was trying to tell you something or show you something, you see a stone giant ghost kind of walk next to you. And he kind of looks down at you, gives you a nice warm smile.
I smile back at him.
You recognize this stone giant. This
Hello,
seems to be
do I know you? Oh,
This
yep.
seems to be a much younger version. A stone speaker Hagram. The leader of the stone giants in Gracklestew. Yes, hello, friend.
Hello.
You're a curious dream.
I have met you before.
Surely not.
Yes,
I've only
well,
just arrived.
I think I then will meet you in the future. You look much different now. You are Stone Speaker Hagram, yes?
Stone speaker? No.
Oh.
I'm just Hagram.
Oh. What are you doing here?
He kind of takes a moment and looks around. I'm pondering the nature of dreams.
Oh. That sounds important.
You look like a curious dream. Tell me, what do you believe in?
I believe in mushrooms. And I believe specifically in the myconids and how they can help us become enlightened to our feelings so that we can know what to do and live as authentically as possible. What do you believe in?
I think that's why I'm here. I'm not sure yet,
Oh.
but I think I believe in the stone.
Wait. You gave me something that has been very helpful and important, and maybe it will help you.
Oh?
And I take out the stone speaker crystal, and I just show it to
He
him.
looks at it very intently, very curiously. He reaches behind into his satchel and pulls out the same stone speaker crystal. Curious.
How long have you had that?
Oh, it's been passed down in my family for a long time.
Mm.
But I feel like I have no need of it. Though it is helpful in this place.
It is. It has been very helpful in this place. Thank you for giving it to me, because you haven't yet, but you will give it to me in the future. That is what I think is
Curious.
happening, is this just happened with someone else. But I have not met you yet, and you have not met me yet, but I will meet you in the future, and the me now has already met you. And you're pretty cool.
I
And
think
very
you're
helpful.
pretty cool.
Oh,
Curious.
thank you.
So we will meet on our paths will cross at some point. He just nods, smiles.
I
This
am
is
currently dealing with something that is not the problem for you yet,
oh,
but I am trying to figure out answers to it in this place. Have you found any significant answers here?
mm,
And where did you find them?
I don't know if I know if I've found significant answers. I've
Hmm.
found answers, but I don't know how significant they are or will be.
Hmm.
Curious. Well, curious little dream. I bid you farewell.
Completely question before you go,
Oh,
completely unrelated, I promise. Do
okay.
you know anything about demons?
No, just that they're bad. Bad for
You
the stone.
should research more about them, because I think that information might be helpful in the future.
Ah, just nods. I
Hmm.
will. I will remember you. And
I have remembered you.
he puts his crystal away, and in a moment he just kind of fades and vanishes.
That was cool.
Now you kind of maybe now you're like, oh, maybe that's why he gave me the crystal.
Hmm.
Because he chose you specifically to have it.
Yep.
Another 20 minutes goes by, and eventually Keelu storms up to you, Rogi.
Alright,
Hello.
Rogi, what is the most fascinating thing of your life?
Well, the most fascinating thing I've ever experienced in my life?
Yes.
That's difficult because there are many fascinating things. But the most fascinating thing was the first meld I ever had.
Yep, okay, good.
Oh,
You are Rogi and you're not insane or anything like that. Do not get
not
lost
any
in
more
this
than
library.
usual.
Well, at least you admit to it.
So, oh, wait, are the rest of the people there? Or is it just
Yeah,
me and Keyleth now?
no, everyone else is kind of coming up behind Keelu.
So, I take out the crystal and I'm kind of waving it around. I just saw the guy who gave me this. But he was much younger.
The stone giant?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did he say anything important?
He said many important things, but nothing that you all would find important.
Okay.
But it does make me think. We thought about trying to find and see grass. And then we did. But it was a ghost of them, and it ended up being very helpful. I wonder if any of the other demon lords have visited this library. If we think about the other ones, perhaps instead of wasting charges and asking questions, we can just ask the library to bring us to the demon lords. And that way we can figure out if they are here or if they were here or not. I do not know if this is a wise thing, because I do not really know if talking to even ghosts of them would be good and if we got lucky with the grass. But do you think that if we asked, we could be brought to the ghosts of the demon lords that have been here?
Look, I don't know much about demon lords, but I don't think any of them other than Gratz would be here. Or the ones that would be are ones far worse than that individual.
The only thing
Well,
I can think of maybe 2 others that would be here, and honestly, I see no value in meeting with them.
Which ones?
Orcus is.
Ugh.
He's described as the arch wizard of demons sometimes, so that's the loosest. It's a very loose connection. And outside of that, there are other more crafty demon lords that would value knowledge and information to some degree. Again, Gratz was maybe the best first choice for that, as he is vaguely. He's tonally similar to the Devil Fiends, but not really. He's willing to deal if he feels like it. The rest of them, it's a
well,
wash, I feel.
are there... Do you know of something that is the opposite of a demon?
Depends on your
An
definition. Devils are technically.
angel?
An angel would be the strictest. Devils are also one of the ways you can interpret opposite of a demon.
Well,
Also, angels
if
are a
there
waste
are...
of time to interact with, from what I know about them.
Oh, well.
They're not
If
strong. They have basically no powers.
The ones that
maybe
do have
if
power
we
are.
can find someone who is, or something that is the opposite of a demon lord, we could tell them what we are experiencing, and they could either point us to the right place in the library, or maybe give us answers on how to stop this.
I feel
The
somewhat.
priestesses I did speak to, or, well, I didn't speak to them, but I heard them talking, told me they were all idiots, so I'm not inclined to think that we would get any help from them.
Well, what if we just ask the library to take us to the smartest demonologist or the smartest demon hunter that has ever been in the halls? I do not
Keyleth
know if
just
this
looks
thing works,
directly to
but
Thodane, Gundra, and Frankie and just shrugs.
If it does, I don't know if that's worth it. I don't know if that will actually lead to anything prosperous. Perhaps shooting darts into the darkness might end up hitting something, but it's just as likely to be thrown away. It's we know the librarians are here. We know they have information. Not to mention informing them of the demon lord, if they did not already know, was probably a good courtesy. Hello?
He said he wanted to make this realm his own. What if he's already done that?
I think we would tell. This is very tame for a prince of seduction.
That's true.
We would at least have been propositioned by some random normal woman at some point.
How could a woman ever be normal?
I did do air quotes for that.
Truth.
Well,
Truth. Women are fucking weird.
I do.
Does no
we
Rogi
can ask the
will turn
librarians if
to
there's
to
demonologists
Thodane
around.
and say, "Do you know anything about devils?"
About as much as I know about demons, which is mostly just names.
I turn to Thodane and I ask, "Do you know anything about devils?" Because I know that there is a slight
There is.
connection between Dwergar and devils.
Rio.
Sorry, Gavin's muted on my computer, and I don't have a mouse to manually unmute him, so I'm trying to like troubleshoot it really quick.
Okay.
Oh no, so he can't hear me at all.
Apparently, has that been the case this whole time?
Yeah, I haven't been able to hear him this whole time, so I'm like, fuck.
Jesus Christ!
I
You
don't
got
have
to
a
this
fucking
point.
mouse.
God, I forgot we did that.
Rogi has asked Thodane if he has any knowledge on devils.
Hmm.
Duragar culturally are more connected to devils, so that's a better question for you than anybody.
I Rio don't specifically have anything. I don't think he would already know.
Mm-hmm.
Other than the fact that, just maybe something about them being a little more diplomatic
Mm-hmm.
and less um pointlessly violent.
Just with his intelligence, I could assume he could just vomit
Yeah.
out a few important
Oh
figures in the
yeah, I'm sure.
hierarchy.
Yeah. Just the standard. Like they have a hierarchy. They tend to wheel and deal. Or like a demon might be summoned and go on a rampage. A devil might be summoned and then ask what you want, and then form a contract based on that.
Devils are the kind of evil that buy the water rights of a dying town.
Right. So yeah, we'll say Thodane kind of spits out a lot of these devil facts.
He's muted himself successfully.
So Rogi.
Okay.
Was there specific information you were hunting for?
Out of character, I think the angels are a good idea. Keyruth has just been indoctrinated to not care about them.
Yeah.
What's the doctor?
Well, I think that maybe, since it seems kind of like the people or the ghosts that we have been encountering have been more helpful than the tablets, maybe we go and try to find an opposite of a demon and see if they know anything, any weaknesses of demons or anything. The other thing I realized we could potentially do is now just see if we can find tablets that tell us how to do a demon dispelling ritual.
Be right back.
Do not know which would be more helpful.
Do we have any details on the type of ritual we need to do this Gratz horn thing?
I think Dan's the
think
only
it
one
was-
that can answer that.
I think it was just like a ritual, right?
It's a ritual that would need the thing he gives us to a degree. I don't know how deeply we understand that, but
I will be back since everyone else is gone.
Oh shit, who we lose?
I bet Rio's still trying to figure out how to unmute me.
Yes.
you've done
Did you
it.
do it?
Yeah, I was just like,
Hey.
Oh god,
if I
you're loud as hell.
just run Discord through my phone into my headset because it showed that Gavin wasn't muted on my phone. Okay, sorry.
Hey, good.
Daniel's taking a piss.
He is picking a very good time to do it.
Mhm. The angel talk has me looking at Tasha's otherworldly guys, and if I ever want to deal with that spell ever, and the answer is no. I don't think so. I don't think I'd get the benefit of like the last 2 points of it, but it's there. And every other spell that is angel related is restricted outside of our party.
Takes me so long to walk around my apartment with my busted knee.
Good.
Simply fix your knee.
Yeah, that'd be
What'd you
nice.
do this time?
Nothing. Well, nothing really. I heard it again just because I was.
Just
I
for
just
shits
went to
and
the
giggles.
bathroom and then I don't know, based on maybe how I stood up, the angle of my knee, I don't know, but it was like as if someone turned off my knee and I just fell to the floor.
Oh god,
It
dude.
didn't even hurt. It was literally like boop boom. So I go to lean on it and then I just fell over. It's like, and then it didn't hurt for that entire night, and then I woke up and now it's in pain. Got my knee
You need
brace
like a
on.
24/7 knee brace.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to keep doing that.
You like tore your meniscus and it never healed.
Yeah, like something like that. So now I'm just suffering through it.
Be kind to the meniscus.
The meniscus. Yeah, I probably tore it like when I was 19 playing basketball, and then that was it. Been. I now have I might as well just cut off my leg.
What we
Not too
were gonna
bad.
ask Daniel?
What?
What are the details of the ritual? That's right, that we know of right now.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know much at all.
Mm-hmm.
Grath just kind of hinted like if you are going to do something about this demon lord problem, he assumes that probably will be a powerful ritual involved, and one of those ingredients will definitely be a piece of a demon lord, which
We
he provided.
we do have Devere in the library
Yep.
somewhere. I don't know if it's worth talking to him. Again, he is a weird element while aligned with our goals. It's just weird to have another drow that we don't know, and
Under no circumstances should we tell him that we have a piece of a demon lord.
yeah, that's
He will get horny for that on the spot.
yeah. Like, it's not good. It's like there isn't a clean way to involve him in such a manner that wouldn't put an element of risk into it, even if he's like completely on our side. Because
There's
that's just
no way to give that information in a good way.
yeah, like
Just
Hey,
shouldn't
where
talk
can we
about
grab?
it.
I can go try and talk to him in the typical know nothing soldier fashion and see if he wizard splains himself to me in a way that allows us to get information and him to get none.
We do also have our talker back.
Frankie, do you want to con a drow out of some knowledge?
Con or intimidate?
Don't
Uh,
I
intimidate
guess
him.
whatever
Con.
you would prefer, but
I doubt
Don't.
you'd be able to intimidate
He
him
has
in a way that matters.
He has a.
This is a neutral ground. I'm sure if you genuinely tried to make true on any threats you make, even if you have the ability to do it with Devere personally, he would just. The library itself would. I don't know. Do you
This
think you
man
can kill a
avoided a.
basilisk on your own?
This man avoided a god's wrath. I don't think threatening him is a wise idea.
All right.
Well, now that we know he's not necessarily. Wait, he was real, right?
He was real. He's present day.
Never mind. Never mind. I was like, huh, maybe he doesn't know his house is about to crash and burn. No, he does. He did.
He did. He was not there, obviously, but
He took a well-timed vacation.
I don't know if this is explained right now, but just to let you know that at some point Gundra does explain, House Devere is now an opening in the floor. There's just a hole there. That's how bad they fucked up. They're gone.
w-
The entire
what
physical,
happened to them?
the
They're
entire
gone.
physical house was sent into the abyss.
They're
Oh,
gone.
shit.
There's like
Why? What did they do?
Defied Loth too loudly.
yeah, like too directly, too loudly, too quickly. There was a period of time where Lofta wasn't talking to us for a while, and they took advantage of that because they had a lot of psychic and arcane just abilities within their house, and
It was the arcane mostly.
Mhm.
I don't think they had anything psychic. That was House of Glodra,
yeah,
which is also gone, by the way, for trying to usurp Loth, but that was during a different occasion, if I remember the histories correctly.
but in any case, like just they did it too quick. They got slammed, and they're just gone.
Theoretically, they could just be in the abyss now, as demons. I'm sure some of the matrons survived, but they're not in any sort of capacity that's comparable to a drow matron.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? Maybe they've been thrown back onto this plane, considering a bunch of demon lords have their Sikons with them, most likely by now.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, Frankie, we would like to know what this Devere character is going to do in terms of demonic rituals.
We do
Okay.
all we know is that he does want the demons gone, like we do. It's just strange. There's an element we're not seeing or not understanding, and this could be good or bad. You assume bad.
Okay, so what do you guys want to do?
I think I think we're going
What's up
to
to Frankie? What's he want to do?
yeah,
Does he want to
Frankie.
talk to this Devere guy or not?
If not, we can go to the librarians and get some general information, give us better directions.
We could do both.
We could.
That's true.
Remembering that if last time, Fodane's gonna go ahead and mage armor himself.
Okay,
What
just get that ready.
Do we want to try the last
He
frisbee
really
route
felt
first?
his age last session, so
was that, Dane?
My vote would be to do the less risky thing first. If
That
we
would
don't
probably
lock
be
the answer, then
librarians.
Alright, I'll be right
I
back.
don't know. Librarians are kind of weird. Although Devere is going to be probably weirder. Since librarians feel kind of neutral.
Then, yeah, Devere isn't hostile by any means. It's just
Yet.
He's got that frog thing with him as well, so
Oh, I forgot about the slide.
he has like a little guy following him around, and it's just like, okay, that's fine.
Sloths are 100% not little.
So which option is the quote unquote less risky option?
I mean, I don't think there's a way to truly know, but probably librarians.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense. Shall we
Though
talk to the
Devere,
librarians?
Devere might be time sensitive. We don't
Oh,
know
that's a good point.
how long he's going to be in the library.
Well, we could also split up. I mean, I am not good at talking, but now that I can read, I'm pretty good at reading. So I could go to the librarians. Maybe me and Thotane could. And then
That's
you all
true.
could go deal with the drow. Maybe less non-drow people will also make him feel more
We could also send
safe.
the wizards and Frankie to the library, and everybody else go to the drow.
I think Frankie
Right.
needs to
Frankie
be with
is
the
our
drow.
talker.
Oh, yeah, that's a
He
good
is the
point.
most persuasive one.
I was thinking he was going to the library, but yeah,
Thodin and
definitely.
Rogi to the library feels like a good idea. I could go with Frankie and be a cultural translator.
Very well.
Gundra,
I always have
you could do
invisibility if we
either.
need to sneak.
Indeed, we both do.
I worry he'd want to talk to me more directly if I was there, being a well, not exactly a peer, but somebody in the same field as him. I might
I
head
mean,
with
do
the.
you think that that would be helpful so that he can translate it to you better?
More like you would perceive Gundra as a potential threat.
Oh, well, then you want to come look at tablets with us?
Yes, let's go.
Okay.
All right, where is everyone going?
Wizards and Druid are to the librarian, and then the boys are going down to
The
Devere.
boys.
Boy.
The boys. All right, who wants to go first?
Oh, this is just a
Head,
party of the
head back
boys.
to the Underdark prison.
Okay. Oh,
900 days away.
Right.
wow.
Well, yeah,
Our
we'll just
party
go with the
kind of
library.
is just the boys if you think about demon lords like superheroes.
Mm-hmm.
It's true. Yeah. Then it is just the boys. We're trying to find out how to beat them. And
You know,
expose
in
all
a
their dirty
way,
secrets.
football games are a lot like the boys, but instead of superheroes, it's athletes.
That's right. That's so man, so true.
Rogi,
Yes.
when we go to the library, just a couple of things. I don't really know what to expect. It sounds too good to be true from my perspective, so if you see any corpses, we can use those for defense.
For defense.
You know we're
Yeah.
here in the library, right?
Well, yeah, but
Like,
You're
no.
also given very strict rules of no fighting, or you might be petrified by talking basilisk.
mm-hmm.
Yes.
There
Well, if shit hits the fan, just know
Also,
we'll be
you've been
fine.
wandering through this library. You
Okay.
have not seen a single corpse.
Hey, man,
Did I?
I'm an old wizard. I've seen a lot of shit that is happy to go south quick.
Okay.
Is my moldy shroom skeleton still chilling in my room here in the library? Was he allowed in?
Yeah, he was. I guess he would just be chilling in your room.
Rad.
So there's one corpse in this
There is
library.
one corpse.
It's already taken. Dibs have already been called.
Spoken for. Hands off my corpse, you bastard. Yeah, you who wants to make the wisdom check
I can.
to go to the librarians? All right.
All right.
We'll just assume someone else is probably helping.
Yeah. 16.
16's fine. Yeah, sure enough, you're thinking librarian, and you're walking through, and you see a split path, 3 different hallways,
Hmm.
and what's more is they each have a plaque above them: archives of the past, archives of the present, archives of the future. The past one reading: the past is a crystal, for it can be seen from many facets, yet it always remains the same. The one of the present says: the present is like sand, ever flowing and escaping one's grasp, without mercy or respite. One of the future says: the future is a song we remember, but we cannot rush to its end, lest we destroy the melody. Which would you like to go down?
Wait, say that one more time.
You have 3 paths: past, present, future.
Yeah. What was the
The
things?
The crystal, you can be looked at from many facets, but it's always the same.
Yeah.
Sand, ever flowing, ever changing. Song, it's a tune we remember, but one we cannot rush to the end to without destroying the melody.
Yeah, more or less.
Why do I not know what any of that means?
It's just metaphors.
Just metaphor.
Good, love that.
Well, don't you like your metaphors?
Which do you think is most useful
No,
to
I do not.
us, knowing the past, present, or future? If we meet with these librarians, they no doubt have some sort of mastery over the subject. But
Future's
think-
always changing, so probably not
I,
that.
well, I wonder if the one thing I would say about the future is if we go to the future and find the future where we banish the demon lords, we can figure out how we do it eventually. Or we can go to the past and see if this has happened before, and if someone else has already stopped it. I do not think the present will help.
the metaphor they use for the future concerns me. It's as if it's telling us that if we see the future, we cannot rush towards it without destroying that potential. Sort of
Well,
the
then,
opposite of.
I feel like many people throughout history have negotiated similar situations to this. So honestly, my vote might be for past.
Past it
we can
is.
try the past first and then
It'll
go to the
inform.
Very
future if
true.
need be.
If it's not useful, it'll inform us who to go to next. Yeah, I guess we
Okay.
go to the past, yeah.
Alright.
You go down, still thinking of the librarians, and eventually it kind of opens up to a circular stone room. And you see a stone giant there. He's carving something on a stone tablet while looking over other stone tablets. Doesn't seem to notice you.
Librarian, do you have a moment to speak?
Nope. He looks behind himself, sees you all, and kind of stands. Welcome, friends. Ah, visitors to the library, huh?
Yes. We won't take up much of your time. You do seem busy. We just were hoping to find some information, or details to how to use the stone speaker crystal that is in our possession.
Oh, don't worry about my work. The past will go nowhere. Tell me, what are you searching for?
We're trying to find information about the demon lords that have been plaguing the lands. We have come across information that one of them has even entered these halls.
Hmm.
it's very concerning given their corrupting influence. If we could find something that would inform us how to banish them, something from the past that might reflect our current situation, that would be the ideal. But any information on how to better use our crystal to search out that information would be
Crystal.
appreciated. Uh, Gestures at Rogi.
You have a stone speaker crystal.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Did a librarian give this to you?
Uh, no. Someone from my old home,
Hmm.
or not my home, the place that I was raised, gave it to me. I actually met them here before they had met me.
Ah. Okay. Interesting. So you need something involving demon lords?
We need
Curious request.
we need to figure out how to make them not be here on the material plane anymore.
Hmm.
Information on what brought them here might be good, or uh, past
Or
events that are similar to this one.
yes, I am thinking that they have probably tried to do this before and maybe succeeded. And so if we find people who have gotten rid of them once, maybe we can do it again.
Ah. I don't know how to help you.
Uh, can you at least tell us how the crystal works? We know it can give us visions, but we don't understand them beyond seeing things.
He kind of gestures, and you see he has his own stone speaker crystal just kind of sitting there in a shelf.
What
Yes.
race did you say this librarian appears to be? Does he
Stone
appear to be
giant.
a stone giant? Okay.
Yeah. He kind of gestures to his own crystal and says, unfortunately, they are attuned to the will of the library. But it's not so much a sentient thing. And it doesn't know exactly how to show you what you want. I'm afraid it might take a lifetime to truly master it.
So, how have other people used it before? How do other people get information out of this library? It seems
Mostly
to
they
be
read.
surprisingly unhelpful.
They're
But
people who spend
every
a very long amount of time just
but every
scouring through
time I pick up
spots.
something to read when I think about what I want, it doesn't make sense. Or at least it didn't when we were in the present.
Yes, Urmas is always busy. It's not enough. He always writes down exactly what he sees at the moment. He doesn't take time to compile it all like I do, to make it the past. Unfortunately, I can't exactly help. I could guide you to sections that speak of demon lords.
Do
As for
you
specific information, I don't know if I can do much.
I looked to Thodin and Gundra on a shrug. Do we think this would be helpful?
do you have any general tips on how to better use the crystal? We're kind of randomly shooting in the dark here.
Yes,
Well,
how do you use it?
hmm, been so long, I don't really know. I just use it.
Inside check.
Okay, roll it.
Good idea.
Okay, 20's really good. He seems confused. He doesn't really. He just does, as it seems. He just uses it. Whether this comes from, centuries of training, or maybe he's just naturally gifted with its use, but you could tell he's trying to give you an answer,
Well,
but
can
it's
you
equivalent of, "Oh, I just do it."
give me an example of like
Hmm.
the last thing you did with it? Or like can you show us?
Well,
Maybe?
I can show you, but it won't help, I don't think. And he
Well,
walks
you
over and
may
he
be
picks up
surprised.
his own stone speaker crystal and he sits there, kind of focuses on it a bit. There, I've used it.
What happened? What did you see?
Oh, I saw the distant past. The
Hmm.
beginnings of the stone giants making a deal with the king of Grakoshtu for the first time.
And what did you ask or what did you say to see that?
I just thought about that moment.
Oh, okay. I take my crystal out
Hmm.
and I think about the last time someone banished a demon lord.
Okay, you're feeling the energies of this crystal, and it's weird. It doesn't get easier anytime you use it. But you're focusing on the last time a demon lord was banished, and sure enough, a vision comes to mind immediately. You know this vision intimately. You see
Yep.
you and a group of your friends surrounding a black gem,
They're arguing.
arguing a lot. You forgot how often you guys argue. And then you destroy the black gem, seeing Fraz Blue appear and then vanish.
You see the fear in Gunder's eyes as
Yeah,
he's trying to remain calm.
right. You see a lot of that. It's weird because you're seeing it from like a third party perspective. So you're seeing the whole event. You're seeing all of your fears, all of your anger, the whole thing. And then you come to.
Oh, shit. I should have thought that one through better.
What did you see?
Mark
I
off 2
saw.
charges.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I saw us banishing the frail Herblu.
Well, that's good
Frail
at least. We know that he's actually gone and that wasn't a trick.
Yes.
Besides that, this entire conversation seems to be a waste of time.
Perhaps. What is the demon lord that we are most worried about?
It doesn't matter which one, they all will corrupt this world into an irreversible state if left here too long. We don't have a lifetime to find answers in these books.
Yes,
I,
but if I think of one of them, if you just give me one name, maybe I can find the last time that someone banished them. Which ones do we know are here?
Demogorgon,
That should be fresh in
Grass.
your mind because Keyleth just went over that with. He told you all what names he said.
Yeah,
Yes,
Demogorgon,
Gavin's just
Gratz.
essentially asking for the thing again.
Oh, sorry.
Demogorgon, Gratz, Baphomet,
Gavin just poem.
Yagnu, Inogu. That's right, Inogu. Probably, Orcus probably. Uh, Mushroom Lady. Keep forgetting her name. And Jubilex.
Dougie.
Zuggy.
Zugmitoi.
That is actually who Rogi's going to look at.
Who?
Rogi is
Zugmatoi.
going to think about the last time that Zugamatoi was banished from the material plane.
Once again, you're struggling to harness and control the energies of this crystal. And something slips out of your reach. You don't get that moment. You get a different one. You see a cavern of peculiar beauty opens up before you, with lights of every color shining from the pure essence of life, diffused and amplified by the glow of the phase res. The glow pulses, and you can feel the life in the cavern rotting away. bursting with infection. A mushroom grows in the center of the cave, even larger and taller, pustules forming and seeping as its stem thickens and its cap reaches to the cavern's ceiling, forming a vast fungal tower. Two myconids approach the site in awe, not minding the carpet of rot under their feet. You sense their minds come alive in wonder as they kneel in worship. You know they are doomed. A voice sounds out within the clouds of spores that fall like snow. The voice tells the myconid to prepare for a gift unlike any they have ever known. And you come too.
Anything?
No, nothing helpful.
I will say you did recognize the two myconids in that vision.
Oh?
You knew them as Sovereign Philo,
Ah.
and the other one looked vaguely like the monstrosity Yestabrod before it became horribly mutated.
Ooh.
You know the Myconids?
We were there.
You know the
You all
myconids, the
did not get
myconids, the
Myconids,
myconids
Myconids. Do you know the Myconids?
that live in the domain
It
of
lives on
Demon
Drury
Lord.
Lane.
Um,
You said you had 4 charges today?
yes, I have one more.
Save that one. I'm going to go to the Hall of the Future. Feel free to come with, but I'm going to just get the answers I want and then leave.
Okay, I will come. You want to come? I say it to Thodane in Dwarvish.
You say it in Dwarvish, and it's very clearly Dwarvish. But Gundry, you understand it.
Oh, great. No privacy here.
I will agree.
Okay? So you get the feeling that when you speak in other languages, it doesn't matter. Everyone can still understand completely.
Knowing this, I think
Nice.
Gundra is going to speak in like Elvish and like Drowish Elvish for
Hmm.
like the most of the rest of the time. The nuances of his language are much preferable to everything else.
All right, you head down to the halls of the future, or the archives of the future, and then we'll take a moment and we'll go right over to Frankie and Keeluth.
What up?
What up, bros? Just the
How you
boys.
doing?
Alright, let's go find this Devere guy.
Yeah, you go and look for Visran Devere, and sure enough,
Paul
he's
Revere.
kind of Paul Revere. And sure enough, you
Paul
do find
Revere?
him kind of at a desk, looking over some stone tablets, with his Slad standing next to him and almost guarding him.
Before they approach, Frankie will lean over to Keyleth and say, "Okay, just a couple clarification questions.
Of course.
What's his name?
Devere.
Okay, what does he do?
Well, Devere is his, I suppose, last name. He's a wizard.
And we're trying to find out if he's doing bad stuff.
No, he's claimed that he's on the same side as us and is trying to figure out how to banish the demons. We
But
want to find out.
you think there's uh, malpractice involved?
We don't know. Potentially. We want to find out what his technique is without giving him any of our information.
Understood. Feel free to chime in on anything while I initiate this conversation.
Of course.
I guess Frankie will just approach him.
He kind of looks up from his desk and sees you two. Ah, come to
Keyleth,
come to talk.
Keyleth will give a slight bow.
Frankie will just like do one of those like hand motions, like I don't know. He'll just
Hmm.
be like, "How you doing?"
Good. So, you finally decided to come and talk about the research we've both been doing?
Yeah, feel like two heads are better than one,
Hmm.
or three in this case.
Well, I'm going to need all of your heads. That fool Grumpf, Bayenray, I'm sure you might not know of him, looking directly at Frankie on this. That fool Grumpf brought down the demon lords upon us, with his demon queen pulling his strings all the while.
You think so?
He has given Loth free reign in the abyss. My own research leads me to believe Grumpf used phase res to achieve such a summoning, though I am sure he didn't intend this result, the imbecile. Oh, I can save you months of research. Time we clearly don't have. The information I found here has confirmed my theories, and I know how to banish the demon lords back to the abyss.
What do you now?
Yes. We can only do this, though, if we work together. If you are also willing and daring enough to directly challenge the demon lords. Well, I guess perhaps foolhardy is the better word.
Well, we've already banished a couple, so I guess
Have you?
we're on a winning streak right now.
Then you are most certainly who I need to work with.
Okay, so what do you have in mind?
I can't speak here on the plan. Graven Hollow, the walls here literally have ears, and echoes linger forever.
I'm gonna insight check that to see if he is holding out stuff from us.
Okay, 17. A second.
I mean, strictly speaking, he is, but does he have a good reason?
Yes. Is he holding out because of what he just said?
Hold on, I'm trying to pull up his character sheet. Okay. So, he looks like he is holding out information, but you kind of expected that as you've talked with Drow in the past, plenty of times. It's usually what they tend to do. But you can kind of glean that he is being genuine, at least when he's saying his concern of the walls here having ears, and you definitely see that the echoes of conversations and people here do linger forever. He seems just be very cautious on what he reveals, more specifically what he reveals in this place.
Fortunately, I don't think time is on our side for us to discuss this in another place.
Yeah, unfortunately, you might have to. If what we said here gets overheard by, say, a certain wandering demon lord, or on any of them really, the whole, the entire operation could just be done in like that.
By a
Fortunately enough,
certain demon lord, you wouldn't happen to mean certain. And he Keyleth pauses. A six-fingered one?
yes, I've seen his echoes around, and it's clearly from the past. If his echo is listening in, that just means he's listening in from a year in the past, and I'm not willing to take that risk. Fortunately enough, my own home, my Tower of Araj, is secure enough to have such a meeting.
And how far away is that?
Not too far.
I'm here looking for answers, or at least a solution. And I personally think we can put our heads together and figure this whole thing out.
I agree.
What do you think, Keyleth?
Do you want us to leave the library now?
Well, I'm not going to stop you from doing any of your own research. In fact, I almost encourage it. But I can say, like I said, I can save you months of it. I've already done it. You and your friends come meet me in my tower. I'll discuss the rest of the plans with you. And he kind of stands up, leaves the tablets he was reading there, and just kind of starts walking off.
Keyleth
What?
just kind of like looks to Frankie and shrugs. Do you feel he's honest, or do you feel like he's leading us into a trap?
I don't know his motives yet, but I think he wants the same thing that we do. I think it's worth hearing about.
Keyleth just nods.
And then if we don't like it, we can easily just walk away.
Do you feel comfortable doing that on your own? Oh, I suppose he wants the entire group. I might have to keep a distance, though, considering. And then Keyleth pats his pouch.
What, you hide money in there?
Something worth a lot of money, but that's.
Don't tell me.
Well, alright.
You don't want to know how much money I've taken from the guys on our side as we made our journey down here.
I absolutely do want to know, but I'll let you keep your bragging rights.
Frankie pats his empty pockets and starts walking away.
Insight check the emptiness of the pockets.
You definitely heard some clinging in there.
Oh my god.
We're halfway
There's a couple
across.
things. I've yet to find out their value, but they seem like heirlooms. Wait,
Okay.
actually, I want to go back and look at the tablets he was reading.
Yeah, Keyleth was gonna do that too.
Frankie will start to walk away all confidently and be like, "Oh wait, we're here for a reason."
Oh shit!
He
You
was
read
trying to
through
look
some of
cool.
the tablets, and it seems like he was just busying himself.
Man reads a book upside down to look like an intellectual.
Right. Seems like he was literally just waiting for
Yeah,
you.
he was just waiting for us to find them. I'm suddenly intrigued.
Okay. I say with that, we'll end tonight's session.
What?
I mean,
Yeah.
I can really quickly do mine because I think it's going to be fruitless for the
Are you
Hall of
sure?
Future. Yes, I'm going to ask one thing and then be
Alright.
upset with the answer.
Alright, we're back on.
Hall of the Future.
You go to the hall, the archives of the future. You go into what seems very similar, like rounded room, and you see a female stone giant sitting on like a just on the floor. Her almost in a meditative state.
Ma'am, I apologize if I'm interrupting.
No, Gundra, you're fine. You
Perfect.
see, she's carving into a tablet right now. Not looking at it.
Considering things, you probably know what I'm going to ask, but I'll just ask it to get out of the way. Is there a way to make a future determined and set? If you know an effect you want, can you commit to a cause?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? You engross yourself in this so deeply, you must at least understand some of it.
The demon lords have thrown everything into disarray, sending powerful ripples of indescribable chaos through my visions. All I see of the future is fire, blood, and death, shot through with signs and portents, such as bloody spirals and twin-forked symbols.
But there must be a path that avoids all of that. There must be a way through that. If you know that path, you can show it to me. You can tell me what to do. And I will play that part perfectly.
My vision is obscured by clouds of spores and slime. And just rot.
So you're telling me you're useless in all of this? You just have vagaries and doom.
Unfortunately, yes.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Just gonna leave from that.
Wait. If this is what you are feeling, I mean, maybe the best way to fight spores is with spores? And he takes out a mushroom and begins to take out the last of his diamond dust, which you guys now know he uses to cast Greater Restoration with.
And you're using this on the librarian?
He looks at Gundra to kind of like ask, do you think this would help or if this is a good idea?
Save that for somebody who matters. I doubt we'll even get a clear answer if she wasn't obscured by the demon lords. He makes a little like hand gesture, like he really belittling that entire like. He thinks of it as an excuse rather than like a reason.
Rogi wants to insight check the last thing she said in a potentially weird way.
Okay.
So she said, unfortunately, yes, I'm unhelpful to Gundra.
Mm-hmm.
What was the emotion behind that? Rogi wants to know if she feels like she could help under different circumstances, if that's the answer that she's like used to giving and gives almost everyone that comes through here, or like related to the first, if there was like sadness behind it or like a sense of like, man, I wish I could help, you know?
Yeah, roll insight for me. 18. You do get a hint of there's a sadness behind it. But you feel like when she was speaking directly to him and about him.
Well, then Rogi will
Like,
look
I
to
can't
her.
help you, Gundra.
Rogi will look to her and will say, if I give you this, will you be able to see a clear future where all of us have a part to play in stopping this rot and corruption?
For the first time, she's kind of stopped writing into this tablet and she opens her eyes to look at you. And you see she can't see anything. They're clouded over. But she still sees you.
The blind fate.
Save it. All I can tell is Arya Makos will be significant help. But I don't know when. I don't know how.
Are you putting that name in the Discord?
Yeah, give me a second to look it up.
I have my equivalent of it.
There we go. Now, you of all people, that's Dwarvish for great fungus. And you of all people would know
What fungus?
great fungus. And you know this, Arimykos is the single largest living organism that covers almost all parts in the Underdark.
Oh my god. You see Rogi's eyes just go wide, and you see a massive, just illuminating smile on his face.
He will be in danger.
The smile immediately fades.
Yep, yes, yes it does.
You all at some point will need to help him before it's too late.
Could I not have thought of this before? Oh my god, it is so obvious! Fuck!
She goes back to
Thank you.
meditating and
Thank you,
Sure.
thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
she just nods her head.
Oh, of
Okay.
course. And you get rid of corruption. You have to stamp it out everywhere, so you must find something that is everywhere to help channel you to fight the corruption.
Did the library help translate that as like great fungus for me?
Yeah, I mean, you got the name of it,
Mm-hmm.
and you got the meaning of the name.
All right. Gundra is entirely disappointed by this, and he just walks into the library with the thought, "I want to be alone for a while," and he'll be
Okay.
like that for a bit.
Roll a wisdom check.
Roll a wisdom check to get lost.
Fuck.
Damn.
Okay, you're lost. Lost in the library. And that's where we'll end tonight's session.
Perfect.
E-